Just in case we didn't get it earlier, we're going to talk about the Mr. New Brunswick doctor who traveled out of province, came back, he was supposed to apparently quarantine himself. I guess he did, but according to his own lights. Hey, idiot. You got a responsibility to other citizens, and not just in New Brunswick, in Canada. One of the reasons why we do this is it should have been done around the world, of course. What you do is you slow the spread of the disease, and if you really do it right, you stop it by just putting up borders hither, thither, and yon. So, idiot, I hope they send you to jail. I hope they send you to jail a long time. You know, like, and of course, pull your license to kill. Of course, you're going to get a little slap on the wrist, and you'll be back doing your fake doctoring in short order, I'm afraid. But shame on you, you stupid slime.
But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was we went for a hike this morning in Alexander Wilderness Park. About 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was awesome. There was nobody around, and there were a few people coming in as we were leaving, so we'll go out a little bit earlier the next time. We plan on going out tomorrow too.
Maybe an hour earlier or something.
Yeah.
We got out 7, is that what we were doing?
Yeah.
If we get out around 6 o'clock, it'll be light this time of year.
So beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, but on the way out, while we were driving home, we heard, I noticed there were people at the Tim Hortons drive-in window, and I thought, really, people need to get Tim Hortons on a Sunday morning, you know, this is so urgent. And
yeah, you were wondering about
during the pandemic. And then anyway, we hear on the CBC that after that, like after we passed
a few seconds,
not very far up.
I'm not kidding it, because think about it. We left at the place at 7 or 8:17, and that would have been the 8:30 news.
Oh, okay.
We've got it limited.
Yeah. So anyway, apparently they're giving away masks. 4 masks per household is what I heard. I don't know.
Very good idea, Alberta government, but
they're giving them out at McDonald's, A&W, or Tim Hortons. That's where you can go pick up your free 4 masks from this. The Alberta government is paying for them for you. You go pick them up at those businesses.
Hey, they're doing that with our money.
Why would they be, like, initially we're thinking, okay, well, I guess Tim Hortons, whoever owns Tim Hortons, McDonald's, and A&W must have supported the Conservative government in order to get this.
Oh, I think so.
This opportunity to have business
thrown their way
at them, literally just gifted to them. So make sure you don't buy anything when you go there to pick up your free masks, paid for by the Alberta government. But also, you know, it's funny to think about things like free masks giving out at businesses and all. Like we've heard on the news through the CBC, other business owners are upset that they didn't get. Well, why in the world were these masks given out at businesses anyway? They should be delivered to people's homes. We have a mail system. Why? If I go, I'm going to see. If I go to Tim Hortons to pick up my free 4 masks, I'm going to see if they check off, like if they look at my driver's license or something and say, oh, yeah, okay, that's where you live, then you get 4 masks or whatever. Or if they have some sort of census data that they're like, oh, yes, this household has 4 people, So they get 4 masks. I mean, that makes more sense, right? But why this 4 masks per household anyway? It's like they're trying to say, well, you're allowed to have a mother, a father, and 2 children in a house. And that's what you get. You get
the rest you can go
the
ahead.
rest of the, if you have some, like, more than one spouse or something, some people do. And
Even in Canada.
and if you have more than 2 children, well, I guess the other ones get neurological diseases or whatever, right? Or possibly die. I don't know.
What do they care? You know.
Anyway, it's a really funny system to think about.
It's insane. They're saying, oh, we reached 95% of the people this way. Well, Canada Post reaches everyone but the homeless.
100% of the people. Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do that? I mean, I hadn't even thought about that, but that's an awesome idea. You know, like, why aren't
It's
you?
the obvious idea.
It's the obvious idea.
Yeah.
I never, ever would have thought. I mean, the creativity of stupid people. It's just stunning, you know?
Yeah.
No. You understand, these guys aren't as stupid as they seem, because it's like you were
That
saying.
wasn't done by accident.
No.
No.
Like, do big corporations like Timmy's and Mickey D's and whatever they call A&W, Shock and Awe, would they ever give money to the NDP? They'd love to, you know, to try and corrupt the process. Since I was a kid, the NDP was put a limit on it. That's a long time ago. Put a limit on the size of corporations that could contribute to it, because they were lining up. They know it's a form of bribe. Did you know that? Yeah. Lining up to contribute to, ever since I was a kid, contribute to the NDP, because they know there's a certain degree of it's like a bribe, you know, like you kind of owe them. And the NDP would say, sorry, you're too big, you're a bunch of slime. So, yeah. And you know what really gets me is, I don't think Timmy's is Canadian anymore. You know, I think it was bought by Wendy's for a while, didn't work out for them, and maybe it moved on to something else, but it's
So, yeah, it's
Canadian.
interesting to know.
But Mickey D's, where did Ray
McDonald's is
Kroc
not-
come from? St. Lou or something like that?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean,
A&W,
giving
Shock and
all
Awe.
this business to American companies, that's
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Now part of this, I think, is, hey, you know, like, you've been suffering for business, we'll help you out. Well, we happen to know someone who is suffering for business. He could, you know, and he's local. He could have, there's tons of people suffering for business. They're actually going out of business. Right? And they're local. They're not even like provincial, they're local. They could have been bailed out this way. But no, they've got to bail out Americans. Because Americans, they really believe in free enterprise. Hey, this isn't free enterprise. Not the way Adam Smith's rolling over in his grave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's,
wow, that's not free enterprise.
paid for
Ray
by
Kroc,
the
you people that
American
are,
citizen.
yeah, well, Ray Kroc's dead, but he's maybe no, he wouldn't be rolling over in his grave. But this ain't free enterprise. Wow, this isn't private enterprise. It's pirate enterprise. They're using our money.
Yeah, so make sure you definitely don't buy anything from McDonald's, A&W, or Tim Hortons when you go pick up your free mask. And don't buy anything from those companies again, frankly. After this.
This is corruption.
Because this is ridiculous.
Out and out corruption. And try and find out if they're checking you off, because I don't know. Their buddies might be just turning up again and again. Hey, I want my 4. And the next day, hey, can I get my 4? And then you know.
They can hit every McDonald's, Tim Hortons, and A&W in town.
And then
Get 4 every time.
yeah,
Who
and then they're
knows?
hoarding,
And
then they're
selling
reselling it back.
I don't know
A
what
huge
they're doing.
profit. You know,
Right.
like the possibilities are almost endless
Yep.
for the types of abuse. You know, like McDonald's employees aren't paid to keep track of these kind of things.
Well, I called, I wanted to call Tim Hortons to
This
see
was classic.
if they were giving. So I called this is the location that's up by Walmart on the north side. So I called them. And somebody answers the phone, and they do not speak English very well at all. So I said, so do you have the free mask to give away right now? And she said, what? Like, she was confused, and she was trying to speak and whatever, and then she spoke in another language to somebody else who was there that, like, I heard quietly, and I didn't speak that language, so I don't know what she said, but so then the other person gets on the phone who doesn't speak English very well either, and she says, you want to buy masks?
Wow.
And I'm like, she sounded confused, and I was like, no, never mind, I'll call somebody else. So, and then I'm thinking afterwards, like, does she have the masks there, the free masks, and they're trying to sell them, or was she really just confused that I wanted to buy masks from a Tim Horton? You know, it's hard to say what that was. You know, honestly, maybe some of the Tim Hortons are selling the masks that are free.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows what's happening there? Who's keeping track? Where
It
did
looks
this?
like you're gonna have a lot of lilacs in your soup.
I've been picking this stuff. Oh, the lilac, yeah, lilac soup.
Lilac soup.
Well, you're saying lilacs are edible?
Mm-hmm.
It actually looks quite attractive. Anyway, who dreamed this up? Dreamt this up? I want to know. You know, does it come from the United States?
I don't know.
It's just ridiculous. It's just stupid. Wow. I think Donald Trump might even think it's stupid. It's so stupid. Wow.
My nose is running now.
Yeah.
I drank way too much cold. I drank
Yeah.
the whole thing, and that's a lot of.
Wow, that's amazing. And Jason, Kenny, buddy,
Have a little bit of the bottom.
if you're watching, you should be watching, guy. We'd actually help you out. You know what I'm saying? You are almost hopeless. Frankly, I think you're hopeless. But you know, we could help you out. You're a real slime bucket, I gotta say. No, try and change. Ah, man.
So, do you want to talk about anything else?
Did we hear? I mean, CBC, you're kind of like mellowing or something like that. That was the only stupid thing we heard, and they were actually doing the job and reporting on it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are slipping. You know, it's usually like if we listen to a show that long, we've heard the CBC doing or saying two stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
You're slipping, dudes.
But
Anyway, no, actually, let's be serious about the CBC. You actually covered this pretty well. You
Yes.
know, it looked as though they were on the ball.
Yeah.
Now, understand their loyalty is the federal government, not provincial government. Right?
True.
Mhm.
And I went to the grocery store and got Jameson's oysters and
Yeah.
apples.
Yeah.
I love Granny Smith apples.
Mhm.
They're my favorite.
They're my least favorite. But so those. Yeah,
I
it's
really
amazing.
like sour stuff.
Yeah, no, I
And
don't.
I went to the grocery store thinking, I want lemons. I really have a craving for lemons.
Sour.
And
She loves lemons. I like
I
orange.
forgot the lemons. I went into Save-On because I had to pick up James's drugs from London Drugs, and so I thought, well, it's right there, and I can keep the mask on, and I'll just go in both places. So anyway, I went into Save-On. I'm stressed out in there because it's so close. Everything's so close, and I don't feel safe anyway. And so I totally forgot the lemons, but I did remember this because I like sour, and it should have dawned on me. Oh, sour! I want lemons, but no, I was too stressed out, so I didn't. Anyway, so what I was going to say about the grocery store is, the cashier. She was telling, like, she was putting my stuff in plastic bags, and she was saying that they don't accept cloth bags anymore, and just to try to keep the cashiers safer from COVID. And so I said, well, that's good that they want to keep you safe, you know. And she said there was somebody who came in and they were really mad about it, that we wouldn't let her use her cloth bags. And she said that the woman said, don't you care about the environment? And the cashier said, she said to the woman, well, I think they care about us more than the environment. And yeah, it's just, it's incredible how it's a pandemic. It's hopefully it's not going to last forever, and then we can get back to using the cloth bags. For now, don't worry about it. Just try to stay alive and try not to kill anyone else. Right?
The cloth bags are going to make some difference, but not that much. Come on, get a perspective. What I was saying in the car when I heard about that was it in the car? I think. And was, you know, going into a campaign or something like that with folks like that, like the person who's so upset. And we had this issue, heard about this issue before on CBC. There was some moron, remember? It was someone being interviewed.
And they were both, the interviewer and the interviewee, I guess, where I wrote a poem about it because it annoyed me so much.
Mm-hmm.
They were they were talking about the reusable cups and how I think it was Starbucks wouldn't take reusable cups anymore. They were, and all you have to do is clean. You know, all you have to do is wash with soap and water. And you know, so they're trying to say they should take my cup. All they have to do is clean. You know, like, so frustrating.
It is frustrating. No, understand, this is just par for the course. It's the left wing is just crawling with people like this. And you go into a campaign, political campaign or other sort of thing with these people. It's like walking into a restaurant with a skunk in your back pocket. You become automatically unpopular. And they're going around saying, why are we so unpopular with white Anglo-Saxon Protestant males? Well, you're going around dissing and dadding them like crazy. Working class white Anglo-Saxon Protestant males in North America, you've been dissing them and dadding them, and guess what? This isn't just males. Apparently, the last time whites, the majority of whites voted for the Democrats in the United States was 1964. I was 10 years old at that point in time, and there's a reason. What they've done is the Democrats have taken enough of these skunks into a restaurant. People are saying, we kind of lost our appetite. You know, get lost. Get a perspective, okay? Get a perspective on junk. God. Don't alienate people that you don't have to. I'm alienating you guys, and believe me, gotta alienate you idiots.